Good evening, guys. Welcome to Pakistani Pepper's channel. I'm your host, Pakistani Pepper, or Abdul Rahman Siddiqui. As you guys know, I'm a high school teacher and doctoral student. So basically, I spent a lot of my life studying. And one of the things that I do, or anyone does while studying, is they talk about grades. And one of the questions that I always get as a teacher, I wish people would ask me other questions. I wish I would get questions about English literature, or how to solve for y, or how to look up this thing. But the question that I always get as a teacher, straight up, more often than any other, how do I get a higher grade in this class? So today, straight from the teacher's vault, I am telling you 10 tips that you need to do in order to make sure you immediately get a good grade in your class, and your school, and your life. Let's get started right now. Number 1, improve your attendance. Your teachers cannot pass a floating chair. Your teachers cannot pass you if you're not there. What an amazing lyric. But either way, the point is simple. 90% attendance is about as low as you could go. So in a marking period of about 28 days, you should not be absent for more than 2 days. In a marking period of 40 days, you should not be absent for more than 3 days. Do not hit that 90% attendance mark. Anywhere below that, it's probably going to start affecting your grade, and there's really nothing the teacher can do beyond that. Also, if you're ever absent, call somebody or ask the teacher. Be sure to make up your work. Again, improve your attendance, improve your grade. It's that simple. Number 2, keep a notebook. Your notebook isn't just a study guide where all your notes exist. It is your proof that you deserve a higher grade than the grade you already have because your notebook has amazing notes. Your notes can help you study. Your notes can be your receipts for if you want a higher grade. Your notebook can have everything from your handouts to your dates. Keep your pages numbered, keep your pages dated, keep your handouts immediately attached exactly to the day where you got them. Staple them or tape them in. Now, some people might say, what about a binder? Binders are good, but unfortunately they're a bit of a hassle. Because at the end of the day, you need to hole punch everything, or pages get torn out and they get lost. Binders are good for organization, they're bad for actually studying. So, keep a notebook, it is your receipt, so you get a higher grade. Number 3, use your cell phone for education. Cell phones are an amazing tool. They're always in the palm of your hand, and you can use them to find out any answer. Don't understand a word? Google it. Don't understand a problem? I guarantee you previous students have had that problem. Use the power of technology, but use it wisely. Cell phones are horrible for distraction in the classroom and outside of it. So whenever you're using your cell phone for work, make sure that you put it in do not disturb mode so that no texts and nothing like that can actually distract you from the work you're trying to do. Oh, gotta check my cell phone. Hang on. Number 4, stop talking. I mean it. Stop talking. Talking is a great way to learn. You immediately learn things, you interact with people, you find out problems. But that's not the kind of talking that teachers want you to stop, because you do that kind of talking during teacher-directed time. The kind of talking that teachers want you to stop is the one where you're just talking about stuff that has nothing to do with the classroom. And believe me, we all do that. Even when I go to class, I do that. But at the end of the day, I know when to shut it off so that I can actually focus on my work. You might not yet, and you will eventually learn it, but only if you actually pay attention to it. So stop talking. Number 5, ask your teacher how they grade you. So the easiest way to find out if you're doing well or not is to actually ask your teacher. But instead of saying that, do I have a good grade in this class? Do that for assignments. Ask your teacher, how can I get a good grade on this assignment? What does a good grade on this assignment look like? If a teacher has given you a short response paragraph, and if you ask a teacher, they will tell you that A, it takes 5 sentences in the paragraph. B, you need to cite textual evidence. C, you need to do this, and so forth. Basically, make sure that you actually know what you have to do on an assignment before you do it. Number 6, ask other teachers. This is an easy way to boost your grade that a lot of people don't know. This is what tutoring is. This is what after-school programs are. This is everything that you can do even in the school. Sometimes your teachers will explain things in ways that other teachers don't. Sometimes other teachers will explain things in ways your teachers don't. The point is you need to learn, and there are more than one teacher at your disposal. So go find other teachers, ask them if you don't understand something. Do it in their lunch, do it when they're in class. If maybe during your lunch you can say, can I sit in your class for a second? Most teachers will understand. Of course, there are going to be some teachers who take this as a personal offense, so be careful around that. Number 7, study every day. The human brain is an interesting machine. It is quite possibly one of the most complicated pieces of machinery on Earth. No computer has been able to emulate its ability for critical thought. But all that does not mean that the brain does not need refreshment. Every single day when you go home, even if you sit down for 5 minutes with your notes from one class, you can actually refresh it so well that the next day you'll be more prepared to continue the subject. Because during school, you're taking in so much information that your brain is processing it, but it needs a little time for it to slow down. Do those extra 5 or 10 or 15 minutes at home before you go into class the next day so that you're actually ready and your brain is refreshed for that new content. Number 8, do work outside of school. Now, this one is a little complicated because I'm actually telling you to move away from your studying. But that actually helps you study in the long run. Studies have shown that physical exercise, sports, anything of the like that requires you to engage other parts of your brain also prepares it for that part of the brain that is needed to study. So go outside, play a few games, join a team or a club. If that's not an option, try getting a light job that doesn't tire you too much but does give you that different experience. Basically, if you can give your brain a workout in another way, it will also help it in that way. Think of it like the human body. If you work out your legs, more than likely you will probably work out other parts of your body too. So, simply put, work out your brain, even the parts that you don't normally use for studying, and your studying will get better. Number 9, wake up early on the weekends. Not earlier than you normally do. We get it. You're tired. I'm tired. Sometimes on the weekend, I don't even wake up. I just go into long sleep and hibernation, and then I wake up on Mondays. But the point is, the human brain actually functions better when it's following a schedule. And that schedule can very easily be what you do in your regular school time. So on a regular school day, if you're waking up at 5:30 or 6, try to stay a little bit close to that on the weekend so that your day is more productive and your brain is still in that work mode by the time you normally wake up. If you don't have that and you tend to spend a lot of your weekend sleeping, which again, I understand, sometimes we need to, just understand that your human brain does not quite function most efficiently that way. And finally, number 10, get sleep. Studies differ on how much sleep we need. Some say we need 7 hours, some say 8, some say 8.5, some say 12, whatever. But the point is they all agree that the human body needs plenty of sleep. So that's more than 3 to 4 hours we frequently allow ourselves when we're deep in studying. So try to find some way to incorporate more sleep into your day, even if it means not taking that extra break in the afternoon and just sort of working a little bit more. Interesting thing that you should note here is that a big part of this is making sure that your bed remains a place of rest. So if you like to study, don't do it while you're sitting on your bed. Sit in a slightly uncomfortable chair and do it. If you like to read before you go to sleep, don't do it on a digital device. In fact, leave all digital devices and TVs away from your eyes at least 1 hour before you go to sleep. That greatly helps your sleep pattern, as does the fact that the bed actually is a place for rest. So, stay away from your bed when you're not sleeping, stay away from digital devices when you're about to sleep, and actually try to get that at least 7.5 to 8 hours of sleep. So, let's review. Improve your attendance. Keep a notebook. Use your cell phone for education. Stop talking. Ask your teacher how they grade you. Ask other teachers. Study every day. Do work outside of studying. Wake up early on the weekends and get some more sleep. If you can do all this, your overall performance as a student is immediately going to rise, as will your grade. And for those of you that just watched this entire thing, I guarantee you, I can in no way guarantee that your grades will go up because at the end of the day, I'm not your teacher. This is Pakistani Pepper saying peace out, stay peppery, and don't forget, sometimes life's best lessons are in the stories we hear least. Have an awesome day, guys.